friends, thanks for joining me today. My name is Jocelyn Peters and we're going to talk about twin stitch increases. Usually twin stitches are used as a wrap and turn technique for short rows. After you create the twin stitch, you simply knit the twin stitches together. However, today we are going to use the twin stitch technique as an increase. So first, let's look at our twin stitch knit, or TSK. You will knit across your stitches according to your pattern, and then when it's time for the TSK, you will stop there, pick up the right hand leg of the stitch below the stitch on your left needle, pick that up, put it on the left needle, and knit into it. Slide that leg back off the left needle. Be careful to keep that original stitch on there, and slip your stitch onto the left. There you have two stitches coming out of one stitch below, and you have created your first twin stitch. Next, you will turn and purl across the row as much as your pattern tells you to. When it's time for your twin stitch purl, or TSP, you will slide the next stitch onto your right needle, pick up from below the collar of the stitch below that stitch, purl into it. Be careful to hold on to that original stitch on your right hand needle. After you purl, slide that collar off, and then slip those two stitches onto your left needle, and you've finished your twin stitch purl. Turn your work, and then you're going to knit into one stitch before the next TSK. So it'll look like this. You'll work into that stitch, pick up the right hand leg of the stitch below, knit into it, slide that leg back off the left needle, and then slip the stitch you just knit onto your left needle. Remember to keep your tension pretty even through this. You don't need to tug too hard, and you don't want to keep it too loose. So here we go. Let's purl over to one stitch before the last TSP, slip that stitch, pick up from the bottom the collar of the stitch below, purl into that, and pull that off the left needle. Then you'll slip both twin stitches onto the left needle and turn. All right, last time, let's knit across to one stitch before the last TSK, twin stitch knit. Here we go. Pick up the right leg of the stitch below, bring it up to that left needle and knit into it. You will then slide that stitch you just made onto the needle, turn, and purl to one before the twin stitch purl. Okay, slip that stitch over, pick up from the bottom the collar of the stitch below, purl into it, and then slide it over to the left needle so you're ready to work again. Turn your work. All right, now let's work these twin stitches. We will knit our plain stitches until we come to the twin stitch. Now we are going to knit into each stitch separately. You might have to help keep them apart when you knit into them, but there we go. There's our first increase. Let's do it again. Knit into the first, knit into the second, another increase, knit into the first, knit into the second. There's our third increase. All right, just for fun, let's do a slip, slip, knit before we turn our work. There we go. We'll slip that again, just for fun, and we will purl across all of these stitches that we just made till we get to that twin stitch purl. Now remember, because we made 3 twin stitch knits, on this side we increased by 3 stitches. And in our twin stitch purls, since we made 3 sets of those, we will increase by 3 on this side as well. So you gotta separate these twin stitches. They like to stick together. Purl into the first one, then purl into the second one. There's our first increase. purl into the first one, purl into the second one, second increase. You can see both those stitches coming out of that little parent stitch at the bottom. Purl into the first, purl into the second, and before we end, let's do a purl two together. Here we go. So that's what it looks like on the back side, the wrong side. We'll turn it back over and we're done. Look at those. The twin stitch purl increases and the twin stitch knit increases. So you've done short rows and increases. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you next time.